Well, it's April 2nd, and I haven't been filming for about a week, and just been busy and haven't really filmed anything, but been working on odds and ends, getting straw for them solar panels, guys spreading the straw and doing stuff like that, and doing some shop stuff. But finally back to filming. Today it's about 5, a little after 5 already, and picked up my excavator from Gary, which is about 40 minutes away. Did that job knocking down that, I think it's a slag mill. It's like steel stuff from the mills that they put in a bunch of stuff and set up on them. So I busted that up, got that done. Had a guy haul the excavator home today, so had to go up there, do all that. So finally back in the shop. This stuff came today. It's a oil cart for our 55-gallon drums. It's got a 1/2-inch hose reel. It's 50 foot of hose, digital air nozzle on it. Comes with the cart, the pump, everything. Bought 2 of them, one for our hydraulic and one for our engine oil. So I got this because I was tired of these. One, they leak out all this oil on top. This one's even worse. This is hydraulic oil. But these pumps, they're nice and all, but they tend to leak, and they leak around here too. And you gotta pump them, and just kind of a pain. But one of these, because these have the cart, so you just put it on and then you can roll them around now that we got this nice concreted floor. So but what I want to do, since these got 50 foot of hose on them, I want to leave everything here, run an air line across the top and down here, so we can leave the stuff here and then just drag the hose reel around. But if need be, we can drag the cart like to the back and have the hose reel reach it. So wanted that way makes life a little bit easier, and it's got the knot or gauge on it, so you can tell roughly how much oil you're pumping. So I want to get them put together tonight. And then another thing I want to work on is this thing. It's a 333G. I think it's a 2017, 2018, something like that. It's got all this lovely emissions on it, and we're having issues with the, I think it's a def reading or something. So we're gonna get some work done on it. Hopefully don't have any more issues with it after we're done with it here. So we're gonna get working on this, hopefully get the parts for it later on this week, but I gotta tear it apart and do some stuff to it. So that's one project got to get done. And then last time I filmed was working on this thing. I did pull it outside. I got it all washed off up top. All the stuff behind the cab, got it all washed out of there. It's looking halfway decent anyways, but I just bolted this on. I still got to tie them down all the way, but I did move the head outside, moved everything out, got it all washed up. So this is basically done, minus the checking the oil in this gearbox and greasing it. Other than that, gotta just put the hood on, I guess, too. But that'll be it for this. And then I guess didn't film this either. My dad just picked this up. It's a 730 diesel electric start. Pretty cool old tractor. He's gonna take it to plow days and tractor shows, stuff like that. So him and my brother, they got them. So that's what they're gonna be doing with it. Hopefully one day I get one too, but it'll happen in time, but don't rush anything. So but and then I don't know if you guys can pick that up too much. I ceramic coated that. I got some turtle ceramic coating. Did that. I think you guys can see that shines, that doesn't. So the stuff look like that there, where it's that pale white green. So want to wax that, but I just tried it on now with that I think I filmed I got a Milwaukee buffer. So I'm gonna try buffing this combine, that chopper, and that combine. Hopefully get some of these projects knocked out of here. But another project we're gonna get done tonight is this. I got a friend of ours, he's coming over. He's gonna help me adjust this, because you need 2 people to hold this and jump that chain. We got all the new chains on it, and timing this thing's just a pain. You gotta time everything, and then you gotta adjust the chain or the stuffer sprocket down there, and it's just hard to hold on to everything and do everything by yourself one-handed on all that. So that's gonna get knocked out tonight. Get that done, get it greased. Well, it's greased minus the PTO shaft on it, and then we're gonna start rebaling some straw. So want to get that done, get that knocked out of here, and be done with that. So I think that basically catches you guys up. Just like I said, just been working on things in here. So but yeah, so first thing first, get this thing, get these 2 things put together. That way I can get this mess out of here and get this stuff back organized. So we'll start opening this stuff up and see what we got. So I got everything unboxed here. Looks like some pretty good quality stuff. I mean, this is pretty heavy. This is all good quality material, it looks like. The hoses look pretty nice quality too. Doesn't look like cheap hose. It's rated for 30 or 2320, kind of a weird pounds there, but then the pump looks really nice shape. Nice screw on fittings and all that. This is really heavy. That's pretty thick too for what it is, and it's all braced up on the bottom too. Here it's got that heavy brace there, and then it's cupped, so it gives it extra strength too, so which all your weight will be right over here. So pretty nice quality stuff. And then got your I guess the cart, your handles here, and nice wheels, nice. And I think these are probably 8-inch wheels, and then these are probably 6 inches, and nice smooth bearings. And got one brake, the other one don't, which kind of sucks, but like I said, we ain't gonna be really moving it. But and then these are nice. They're not the hard rubber, but they're not real soft, so you should be able to roll over a little gravelly, like little dirt clods and little pieces of gravel, because when you get too hard, they don't roll over them. But these should work pretty good. But got all the hardware, all the bolts, stuff like that. So got it all laid out here. So I'll start putting this together and show you guys what it looks like. So I got the 2 carts put together here, got both drums on. Really liking it so far, so I think we're gonna be pretty happy with these. I just gotta get the air hoses hooked up, and well, I guess these ports over here. But everything went together pretty easily. Didn't have any instructions, so I kind of had to go off of the picture on the front there, which usually what I do anyways. But it's kind of a little difficult to do the bottom 2 wheels in the front. They put spacers in them for some reason. I don't know why they didn't just build that on the cart, but it is what it is. But got that put together pretty simple. They didn't give me the bolts for the hose reel either, so had to get them. But other than that, everything went together pretty easily. I like how it's got these stops on here to hold them on. And then this is pretty easy. Just pull that out, and then you can wheel them around. So, and then they got a lock in here too that you can lock it so you can pull like that too. So it's pretty nice, I think. We'll see how it works once I get air hooked up to it, but so far I'm liking them. They're easy to roll around too, so that's a plus. But got them done, so that's one of the main things I wanted to get done. And then our friend, he finally came out, and we got this done, so that's a good thing, because this was really starting to aggravate me. But we got it put together, got it timed right, so this thing's good, minus that PTO shaft. Got to grease it, put it back on, and we'll be ready to bale some round bales into small square bales, so that's always fun. So we'll get that done. And then my dad and brother started putting the hood on, and then once we got done, we helped them put it on the rest of the way. So hood's on, so I gotta just finish bolting this down and getting all that buttoned up, getting a new cab filter for it too. So but yeah, so this thing's about done, and I didn't get the computers, or I think they call them controllers, off this thing, but they're right down in there, so pretty easy to get to. So I'll get them off tomorrow morning, hopefully. First thing, get them sent off. That way, get these the skid loader back going. But it's about 9 o'clock now, so I'm done. So I'm gonna go on in and get something to eat and go to bed. But I'll get you guys back out here tomorrow if I'm doing something. Well, it's been a while since I filmed anything. I've just been doing a lot of odds and ends, and it's been raining, so haven't really done much outside stuff. But in between the rains, we did manage to get the tin on the side of the shop put on yesterday, I guess that was, where I was putting those round bales in the back behind the shop here, and they fell over. That would have been this summer. Got them, when it hit the wall, it broke, what was it, one board, one 2x4, and then it messed up messed up 3 sheets of tin, and then the 4th one, it kind of just put a crease in it a little bit. Wasn't really noticeable, but while we were changing it, we just changed all 4 of them. So me and my uncle got them put up yesterday. That way that's done. That was one of the non-rainy days. And then I picked up another load of straw. Was it a little over 300 bales. Got them picked up. So got decent amount of straw on hand right now, but once the weather turns good, they'll be spraying a bunch of straw. So we're trying to get stocked up and have some ready for them. And last time videoed, we just got this put together. Of course, it's still sitting in the shop. It's been about a week, I think it's been, but it's put together. All we got to do is put the twine in it and get it to tie, and then that'll be set. We timed everything. Everything's in time now, so we just got to do that. And then I think we're going to change the knives in it because they're getting a little dull. So we want to do that while it's in here. We might as well change them. So I think my dad's gonna order them today. But then last had these, just installed them. I got the air fittings on them, and I used them a handful of times, and they're really nice. I like the 40 or 50 foot hose reel. I just leave them sit here, and I grab the air hose, bring it, and put it in, and then I just reel out how much hose I need, and got the gauge on it and everything. And those things I think are well worth the money, especially now having a nice shop. We can roll them around and stuff like that too, so definitely well worth the money, coming in handy. So those are nice. And then I got the chopper all put together. All I gotta do is, well, I'll show you here in a little bit, but all the tin work and everything's put back on the ladder, everything's put together, so that's done. But so when I pulled this thing out, I put this on and just left it on. I bolted it up, but we took it back apart to put the little shafts on to run your feed rolls there. And the top one, glad did look at it, because found that the top one, it's got two U-joints on it. They are completely junk. These two here, they actually, the caps in them will move, so we're getting a new, I guess the joint and the shaft in there, you got to buy them all as one apparently. So we're getting that. I think it'll be here tomorrow, he said. So we're getting that, and then that thing will be done. So I got everything else done on it. So just waiting on that part. That way we can get that put back together. And then this thing, some of my parts came in, still waiting on a couple things. So hopefully we get that done, because we need this to get feed out of the bag since it's raining. And it's just a muddy mess, but of course waiting on parts like usual. So not too sure when I'll get those, but definitely need them. And then my truck, using a bunch of oil. I drove it about 10 to 20 miles and used about a gallon of oil. So it's just dumping oil out the back, and you can smell it when it's running. So I gotta look into it. I'm thinking the turbo seals are out of it, which this has it's got newer turbo injectors and everything in it. So there's only two things that could really be using the oil, and that's the turbo and injector O-ring. So I got a turbo kit, reseal kit coming for it. So gonna try that first. Hopefully that fixes the issue. If not, I really don't want to pull the injectors and do all that, because that's a lot of time and quite a bit of money. So we'll probably just look for a new one at that point, but really don't want to, because I gotta set up how I want it. But it is what it is. It's an old truck, so hopefully we can get her fixed and keep using it. But we'll see once them parts get here and get that fixed. But then this thing, as you can see, the hood right there's got a big crack in it, and it's cracked on the other side as well. It's not as bad. Yeah, this one you can't hardly tell it, but I think it's somewhere in there, and then it's starting to crack across the top too. So this thing ain't gonna last much longer, and so we went and bought a new one. That's what's in this crate. That is a awfully expensive hood, but it's something we need. And it's these 20 series and I believe the 30 series too are prone to cracking hoods just because of the design. They pivot right in the middle of the hood and puts a lot of stress right there. And so these are notorious for breaking. And this thing's got 6,200 hours or something like that. We bought it around 45, I believe. So we've had it a little while, and it's just one of them things that happen. So that's what's in here. But I think that basically catches you guys up on everything over the past about week, I guess it'd be. So, but I'll get this thing opened up here and show you guys what's in here. Well, here it is, all opened up. It doesn't have the crack in it like the old ones got, so that's good. Definitely looks a lot bigger in this box than on the tractor, but yeah, we got to put all the screens, headlights, got to put the decals on the side, but it does come with the side pieces right there, so we don't have to take those off. But the whole front, we got to put that all from that onto here, which for the price this should come complete, but that's dear for you. But everything else you got to swap over on it, so we'll get it out of the box later here. What we want to do is pull the old hood off the tractor, and then we'll put this, we'll probably spin this around, have it heading the right way, pull this hood off the front, set it down, and then put this up on there. So that's the plan anyways, but definitely a shiny brand new hood. So we'll get it on the tractor here hopefully within a week or so, and then I'm gonna go through this thing, wash it again, because we ripped with it some and got it a little dirty, so want to get it all cleaned up before planting season. I want to go through and wax it too, so it's got a nice hood, so keep it looking pretty shiny anyways is the plan. So that's just the plan. So we'll see how we can get this on and off, because these hoods are a little awkward, as you can kind of imagine. So hopefully we can get the new one on without any issues. But so I'm just gonna kind of do some odds and ends in here. I'm gonna put some of the parts on here that I got, and then I gotta do something this afternoon, so I won't be doing too much, but figured just get you guys updated a little bit. So I'm gonna work on this thing for a little bit, and then I gotta go do some other stuff. So today and yesterday, I got this intercooler piping pulled off my truck, getting ready to pull the turbo out back there. I got the rebuild kit right here for it, so we'll get that slapped in there once I get it out. I just gotta get the one exhaust band clamp off the back for the two up pipes and the two pedestal bolts to hold it down. Once I get them out, I can pull that turbo out. Well, you can't tell it now, but sprayed penetrating oil on it, but it was leaking oil around the two hold down bolts, so I'm thinking or hoping that it just blew a O-ring, and that's my oil consumption issue. But I did have some oil in the up pipes, or the intercooler tubes and the intake tube, so I'm thinking it's turbo related. So we're gonna pull that out hopefully this afternoon, get that done. And then I got a ICP harness or plug-in. Mine broke, common issue on these 7.3s. Mine broke, so that caused a no start a little while ago. So I got that, so I'll get that put on later. And then the other day, I've been working on this yesterday and today also. Got all this intake or exhaust pulled off. We getting all the emission issues fixed on here, so I got a temporary exhaust set up here. We're getting a exhaust here hopefully next week, but got all the emissions issues worked out of this thing, so it's getting ready to go anyways. Got a couple of things fixed on it, so now I gotta just do the maintenance on it. I got new air filter, oil filters, fuel filters, all that good stuff. So we're gonna service this thing all the way, get it ready to go. And then got this, let's see how this opens here. Got this shaft or PTO thing. Got it for the chopper, brand new, because we just needed the both sides. We didn't need the mill shaft, but you couldn't buy like that, so I had to just buy a whole new piece. I don't know how much that cost, but I'm sure it wasn't cheap. And so got that. So we're gonna start knocking out some projects, hopefully. Like I said though, this one's basically done. Just gotta do the maintenance on it. I started up, drove it around, everything works I put on it, so hopefully all that's fixed. This thing, hopefully about another hour, have it turbo out and rebuild, and then about another half hour to an hour putting everything back in. Chopper, that should only take maybe 5 minutes. All I gotta do is slap that in, put it, close the faceplate, and put 3 bolts in. So hopefully get that done, and then hopefully next week here we start working on this. So start getting some of these projects done. My dad did order the knives for that Massey baler, so hopefully get them probably next week also, and then we'll start getting some stuff out of here. We'll probably get this out, put it up in the shed, and that baler will be baling some or rebaling some straw hopefully. Then get this thing out so my dad can use it in the mud, because it's awfully muddy still. So that's the plan. And then got some hay. We've been selling hay like crazy, got some deliveries to make and stuff. So but I think that catches you guys up pretty good. So we're gonna be working on here, and I'll get you guys back out once I start doing something. Well, it's after milking now, so it's about 8 o'clock, and in the shop again. I got all the straw unloaded, and got the hay loaded up for tomorrow. Getting down on our third cut hay now. Been selling a lot of it here the last few days, which is good. But back in the shop now, gonna be working on the turbo here. I did get it out. I got all my bolts broke loose here. So got this laid out, and we'll get this thing broke down here. The whole kit here. Got all my O-rings, my thrust washers, my bearings, your couple clips you need. This is some sort of spacer that goes, well, I'd assume it's called a spacer. It goes in the housing here. And then they give you 4 new bolts for this exhaust housing, because these usually get pretty bad. But they don't give you any of these, don't know why, but it is what it is. This turbo only has, I don't know if it's even got about 40,000 miles on it. And I am kind of hard on it, I guess. It's not, I wouldn't really classify it being too hard on it, but this truck, I got bigger injectors, the turbo, and a couple aftermarket parts I got chipped, and I am a little hard on it every once in a while. But these turbos, I had heard good reviews on them. It's a KC, I think it's a 6371 or something like that, the inlet and outlet size. But had good luck with it, but now it's, I think this one, or this is my culprit of using all the oil, or anyways, I'm hoping, because bought the kit for it. So it's pretty easy spinning still, and there's no play whatsoever in the shaft. So I don't know if the turbo is bad or not, but we're gonna take it apart, see if there's any O-rings blown or whatnot. So we'll start tearing this apart. I already got all the bolts broke loose, so made sure that this all comes apart, because these can be a bear, or the exhaust housing side. But everything came loose, so hopefully we just pull all this apart and see what's going on inside. So here's a complete 7.3 Power Stroke turbo breakdown. I think this might be my issue. I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but this side's spaced out more than this. This bearing, I don't know if it wobbled out this housing some, but I'm not 100% sure how centered that's got to be. But I mean, it don't look, I don't know if it did mess up anything or not, or if that's how it's supposed to be. I honestly have no clue. But my issue, I think the biggest part is this here. I don't know how well it's gonna show up here, but so there's one of these little rings are in here, a retaining ring, and I think you guys can see there's quite a bit of buildup, oil buildup. This is the exhaust turbine, and this is a seal to keep oil from passing through, and you can see it's kind of wet, and I think that it's passing oil through that. So I'm hoping that's my issue, and I'm hoping this isn't an issue. But like I said, we got this whole rebuild kit. So what I'm gonna do is slap all this, gonna put all of the new parts in it. And I think I said earlier that these were for the exhaust, the bolts here. They're actually these bolts. I forgot that they do this. That's how they hold that on. I don't know why they want you to put new ones in this, but they also put some Loctite on it, so I gotta find some Loctite. I think I got some, so it's pretty straightforward. Everything goes in the same way it came out, so we're gonna get this rebuilt here and hopefully get it in tonight. It's, I think, about 8 o'clock already, so or 8:30. But I'm gonna try getting this put together and then hopefully get it put in tomorrow and try it out, because I got a job root raking, so I kind of need this truck to haul the skid loader. So we're gonna see if we can get this slapped together. So we'll get all this stuff cleaned up and get it prepped and get this put back together. So I haven't filmed anything in a couple days here. Been root raking and bush hogging for a friend of mine, and didn't really film any of that. But today I got I think I got this yesterday. It's the exhaust for this skid loader here. What I did was just rigged up this pipe here, which came off the two exhausts there. Took the elbow and the tube and just made it fit so I could shoot it out this way, because I was waiting on this piece and needed this skid loader to do the root raking, so I just did it out the side like this. That way I could run it. But got this piece now, so we're gonna pull that off, put this exhaust in here, get this finished up. The skid loader, after getting all the emission stuff worked out of it, it worked perfectly fine now. We don't have any more, I think we were getting def codes saying that it wasn't working right and this and that, and so got all that fixed and ran it about 14 or 12, I think 12, 13 hours I put on it, and didn't have a single issue with it. So that's one of the things we wanted to do with this thing, is get all that stuff fixed. So now it's working good, so we'll get this thing put on. This just bolts right up to it, and then it goes back out the factory exhaust hole there. So we'll get this put on, and then let's see, I rebuilt the turbo in this last, and I did all that, and then I had the one sensor there, it was broke, so I got that changed. Still using a lot of oil, so I'm thinking the injector O-rings are bad in it, so I'm gonna pull all this stuff back apart and put O-rings in the injectors. So I got them coming. They should be here today. It's already 3:30, so had some hay deliveries and stuff like that this morning to make, so getting out here a lot later than I wanted to, but it is what it is. So but today I'm gonna get this done, and then I'll probably start working on this. But I got a couple people coming to get some hay, so I don't know how much I'll be able to work on this. But and then the I think two or 3 days ago, we got the hood off, got the new one there. As you can see, it is really shiny. We got to put the decals on it. We got them, but just got to get them on. But tonight we're going to get this on. Hopefully we'll get it set up there and then finish out swapping everything on it. But just been a little busy, so that's, I think, catches you guys up basically on everything last few days. So we'll get this pulled off here. These are supposed to be studs, but of course they come out, so I just got some new bolts and we're gonna put some never sees on them. So we'll get this yanked off of here and get this mounted up here and see how it sounds. So I got the exhaust on here. I got it bolted down here, and this is a flex pipe, so it can wiggle if it needs to. I did have to put this plate back in and these hold downs that the muffler sat on, and that way this clamp or support can bolt on there, and then they give you a band clamp and bolt that on, and then it goes right out the stock exhaust hole right there. And so everything lined up pretty good. So I just got a couple bolts in this because it doesn't need to be held down too good, because I think there was like 4 bolts here, 2 along the back, 4 across that, and way too many. So it ain't holding what it was before anyway. So this is done, so we'll start her up here and I'll show you guys what it sounds like. All done with this 333G now. I just got put on this side panel and this side panel plus the battery box there. So what we did is got rid of the emission stuff on it. We were just having too many problems with it. Everything's still on it, like the def pump, def tank. The only thing that's not on it is the exhaust there, which got a straight pipe. So did away with all that just because we were having issue after issue with it, and Deere would come out and fix it, and it'd work for 6 months to a year. Then we'd have more problems with it. I think we've had 4 times we've had issues with this. The one time the def heat element in the def tank over here, it went out when we first got it, and that was like $1,200 just for that one part, plus another I think it was about $1,000 for the labor. So we were just putting money into the emission stuff, and we were tired of it. So we fixed that issue and got rid of that stuff, got rid of that. Everything's basically how it should be now from factory. So definitely makes it a lot better machine, and don't have any more of them issues. So this thing's done. All I gotta do is grease it and put the side panels on. So I got a job to, well, my friend I was doing some bush hogging and root raking for, he wants me to do a little bit more. So that's probably be this weekend's project. But see how much rain we get, I think tonight. So we got this done now, so now it's should be ready to go, and shouldn't have any more future issues with it. But it's milking time now, so I'm gonna go do that. I didn't get to work on my truck because the people came for hay, so I hopefully get to work on that tomorrow if it's raining. So get that done. I got the O-rings today, so we're get that tore apart, do the injectors in it. So that's tomorrow's project, so I'll get you guys back out when I'm doing that. Today's April 19th, and it's already about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a couple people come for hay this morning, but I did manage to get the injectors out of this 7.3 head. A couple of them here. That O-ring there, you can see big chunks taken out of it. This one, the piece of it's fallen off, and a couple other ones like this one here. It's got some bad parts to it, and just a couple of them are O-rings are just completely gone on them. So I got the kit here. There comes with the bottom O-ring, middle O-ring, then you got a O-ring here with a black I guess square O-ring, and then there's a metal I guess ring in the top here. I don't know how well you can see that there, but see the split. So these are aftermarket injectors I put in, I think that was middle of the year in 2021, I think, something like that. They're full force injectors. They're a little bit bigger than stock ones, and put these in. They probably got probably 40,000 miles on them, and you can see how plugged up these ends are. So I'm going to go through, clean them up, get these O-rings off, get the new ones put on, and then we'll probably be running some cleaner in the fuel, and some in the oil too, just to kind of help hopefully eliminate this issue in the future. But they've done pretty good other than these O-rings, so not sure why they really went out already, but it is what it is. We'll get them fixed. These are the well, I guess it comes with the copper washer on the bottom of these too. So here's the part number for you if you need these, but these are the Ford brand injector O-rings. So to get these out, they're pretty self-explanatory. Let's see. So there's a hold down bolt right there. You don't have to take the top ones off, or I don't. All you do is, and you don't have to take these off either. You just take the back one off and slide these. This collar moves, and you just slide it forward. I take a where to go? Brake adjuster from the old drum brakes, and take this end in and just pop them up on the back of the collar like this. Just pry them up, pop them out, and then I leave them sit, try draining some of the oil, but as you can see, some of them didn't drain too good. But then I got them, these are the passenger side, these are the driver side, front to back, and front to back, and then put them in the same way they came out. And the O-rings, these you just cut them off, or take a needle or a pick, get underneath them, pull them off. Then new ones, you want to make sure you oil them before you put them on. And yeah, they're pretty well self-explanatory. So then they got your little harness where the plugs in there to get you the power to them. But these, as you can see, they're pretty big. They're probably 6-7 inches long there, and they're pretty heavy too, considering that they're all metal. But they're pretty simple to work on. I'd much rather work on these old trucks than the new stuff, just because they don't have as much electronical components to them and whatnot. And we've had a lot of these old 7.3s, and I've done quite a bit of work to them, so they're pretty easy to me to work on, and they're relatively cheap too. The rebuild kit for the turbo was only 100, but not even $100, and then these are about $8 a piece, or yeah, I think $8 to $10 a piece plus shipping, so not horrible. And get these injectors pulled out, it probably took me probably about 2 hours, and that's with pulling the valve covers, intercooler pipe. You got to pull the air filter intake on this side and stuff like that. So it's relatively easy to work on these. And so what we're gonna do is get these. I'm thinking this was the problem with it, using a bunch of oil, because I believe this is the fuel side and this is the oil side, but I might be wrong on that. I'm not 100% sure, but with this O-ring being gone, I'm pretty sure this is my problem on it using a bunch of oil. Or anyways, I'm gonna hope so, because if not, not too sure what it'd be. So, but we'll get this stuff all cleaned up, get these O-rings put back on, and get this thing put back together. So I got 2 of these rebuilt. I kind of run down on how I do these. So just take a rag here, kind of wipe this stuff down, get some of the oil off, and then can set them up on edge, take a pick, kind of work underneath here. These are pressed on here in a way, so you gotta kind of just get underneath it, work around it, then you can take it off. Then like I said, these tips here were a little dirty, so we're gonna take some 220 and just kind of go over it a little bit, kind of knock this stuff off. You don't want to take too much material off, because there's little nozzle holes there, so don't want to go too hard with it. Just kind of get her cleaned up. And then for these, just get underneath it, work it around, slide them right off. So the instructions that come in these kits tell you don't need to replace this steel ring unless it's bad, but just for peace of mind, I'm going to change them. As long as you're careful putting them back on, you won't ruin the new ones. So once they're all off, then take a cleaner rag, kind of just go over these, make sure each individual groove is clean. I guess you could take some brake clean and clean these up, but we're not doing that. So, and take your kit. I already got them opened up here. help it cut it open all the way. So start from top, go down, or down, up I should say. Take your steel ring, slide it around. Be a little tricky at times. This one's being really difficult. I'm sure they make pliers for these, but don't quite have those, so make do with what we got. Just like that. That's on. Next is your square O-ring. Make sure you decent amount of oil on it. Slide it down. You want to make sure you, once it is on, make sure it's not rolled, and then just slide it down to the steel ring. Next is your black O-ring. Again, oil it up good. Slide it down. And again, you want to make sure you don't roll that or stretch it out too much. Get it on there. Next is your pink O-ring. Then this one and the orange one's really a pain. Kind of get it down on there, and just gotta keep working it around. Again, you don't want to stretch these out too much. I suppose you could heat these up a little bit in some warm water, but again, we'll make do. Once you get in that groove, just take it, slide it down, and then kind of squeeze it back together. It'll go back in the shape. Next is orange O-ring. Again, this one's a pain also. I believe these are your fuel. It tells you in the instructions. They just work it around. Once you get in that groove, take it and just push it down on there. Last but definitely not least, copper washer. It's just kind of set it on there. Take a, this is an 8mm. Put it on there and take a rubber mallet, tap her on there, and that's basically all it is to it. Make sure everything's in place and not rolled or nothing, and that's basically it. So I'll get the rest of these done, and then we'll get this truck put back together. Got all the injectors rebuilt here, or new O-rings on them. So we'll get these put in the truck now. I'm going to take some of that oil and rub on these just to get them a little bit more lubricated. That way, if you don't, you'll cut these O-rings here when you're sliding it down into the cup in there. So want to make sure these are nice and lubricated. So we'll start getting these put in here and get this thing back going. Today is May 8th, and I haven't filmed anything in probably, it's probably been 2+ weeks. My computer was having issues with uploading everything. It was running out of storage, and found out that there's something wrong with the computer, so I had to get some extra storage space. But I think I got it figured out and able to upload videos now and stuff, so got some more storage on my GoPros. But yeah, like I said, it's May 8th now. We just been doing odds and ends around the farm. It's been raining a lot, and we haven't been planting. We'd like to, but it's just everything's so wet around home here. Our only piece that we could probably do is that couch farm that we finished up picking corn last in. That's a sandier soil, but the problem is over there the water table gets high, and then the ground just stays wet. But it is on the drier side over there. Some guys are going, but you still gotta go around some spots. So we don't like to get in any too big a rush, because whenever you do that, your crops just don't turn out good. So we're not going over there yet to plant, but we're gonna go get the planter, bring it home. We gotta do a couple things to it. Not much, a couple hours worth of work, and we'll have that done. I'm in the 7110. We put the duals on yesterday, and we're gonna go get that planter, bring it home. We're bringing the bean planter home. Gonna put the brushes in the meters, because we took them out, because if seeds are left in there, they ruin the brushes. So we're gonna grab that and get that done. Then we'll probably go, we got a new hitch for the finisher, we got to put it on, but other than that, it's ready to go, I believe. So yeah, not too sure what all I got to catch you guys up on, but if I remember something, I'll bring it up. But we're gonna throw some fuel in here. We're at about half a tank, so we'll fuel this up here, and then we'll go grab the planter. It's about 4:30 right now. Got the planter home this morning, and then I did a bunch of mowing and everything before the rain. Got everything done outside that I want to get done. And now we're gonna get this tractor up to the neighbor's, put it in his shed, and we'll get the planter pulled in here. That way we can open it up and be able to work on it. So gotta get this thing out of here to give us a little bit more room. But as you can see, got the new hood on. You can see how shiny it is. This one, unlike the old one, this one has no cracks in it, so should last us quite a while. I think this had, I think the tractor's got about 60, 66, 67, something like that, 100 hours. So should last a long time. It's nice and shiny right now. Got some dust on top, but we're gonna hopefully be going in the fields. But hopefully this winter I'll be able to wax back up, get it shiny again, because you can see how faded the roof is from that. So that definitely needs good waxing. Same with that green right in there. So, but yeah, this hood, see if I can get so right in, where did it go? Right there, cracked right there, and then it cracked across here. And this is the worst side, which I don't know if it'll pick up or not here, but see that. So it was time for a new one, because eventually it'd crack all the way across and then it'll fall off. So it is what it is. It's a flaw by John Deere, but they don't cover them because they break a couple thousand hours down the road. But it's just a poor design how these hoods pivot. They pivot right right in there. And so all the weight is in the middle of the hood, and of course that's where they crack, so it is what it is. But yeah, we got it done. It looks nice now, but we're gonna take this up to the neighbors, that way get it out of here. So I gotta move some stuff here, and then we'll get this thing moved.